There's a fantastic opportunity to relocate to Sweden and study there for free. If you want to go with your family, that opportunity allows you to be there. You're going to study for free, you're going to be paid monthly, and that is what we're going to be diving into in this video. Thank you for finding time to watch this video, and if you like what I'm going to be sharing with you, kindly subscribe to this channel and like this video so that other people will like it. This channel is being rejuvenated to talk to you about opportunities that come out for you to study or relocate abroad to work. And because here I'm going to be discussing with you one of such opportunities, and subsequently there are going to be others that we're going to be talking about in this channel. So if this is what you would like to read from or watch on YouTube or wherever you want to see on this social media, if you like information like this, please consider subscribing to this channel. It's still young, and I hope that we can get it to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. So this opportunity is for a full funded scholarship in Sweden. Now, when most of the times when we talk about full funded scholarship, you are looking at the people who have first class, who have 2-1, who are excellent in their class. There is no such requirement here. As long as you have a good enough result to gain admission into specified institutions, you will be able to get this fully funded scholarship, and you will be able to relocate to Sweden to study for whatever program. There are 700 programs that have been shortlisted that are eligible to apply, or for which you can eligible to apply for this. Is either a 2 years program or a 1-year program. Whichever one you find suitable for yourself, you will be eligible. And if you do make your application in time and properly, you will be selected for this opportunity. So what are we going to be talking about in this video? We're going to talk about Sweden, because of course if you're going to Sweden, some people are hearing about Sweden or about relocating to Sweden for the first time. Most of the times when people want to relocate, what you talk about is Canada, UK, US, and those flashy countries, maybe Australia, for work and all that. But as you are aware, and if you are following the trend, you will see that these countries are currently, capping down immigration. They are trying to cut down the number of people that come into their country because their amenities are no longer able to cope. A lot of people have come in the last few years. So if you still want to relocate abroad, if you are looking for a greener pasture abroad, there are still green opportunities. There are still good opportunities like the one I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. So don't lose hope. You can find a good country to relocate with your family, and one of them is Sweden, and that is why I'm sharing with you this opportunity. So this opportunity is for you to relocate to Sweden to study for a fully funded master's program in Sweden in sustainable development. So how about Sweden? Let's talk about what Sweden brings for you, okay? So Sweden is known for its world-class education. Sweden's universities rank among the top globally, with a strong focus on practical learning and innovation. And most of their universities are technology-based, engineering and technology-based, but they cover every field of life. And they like the topic of sustainability. And this grant is actually around the Sustainable Development Goals of 2030. So if that is a topic that interests you, then you might be able to get this scholarship for yourself. Now, global opportunity. Studying in Sweden equips you with skills highly valued worldwide, and many programs are directly linked to industries. So some of the programs you choose, as a matter of fact, it will be nice, and I'm going to also go through step by step how you can package your application from picking the course you want to study to making the application, writing your CV and writing your statement of purpose in the best way possible for you to be able to have the best chance or best opportunity to secure this funding. So again, work-life balance is very good in Sweden. So if you are in Sweden, you can work. If you're studying in Sweden, if you're a non-EU student, international student in Sweden, you will be able to work a certain hours a week. And if you bring a family member or an adult who is also eligible to work, they will be able to work full-time. So, and then another thing is that after graduation, you can choose to remain in Sweden, or you can pursue your life elsewhere if you choose. The option is yours. It has a very smooth transition for many students into permanent residency in Sweden. So if you choose to do that. So Sweden is renowned for its sustainability. I've said that before, technology and design. So these areas align with the future global challenges. And if you are somebody like that, this opportunity will be for you. So what is this all about? So I'm just going to give you a brief, and I'm going to turn the screen around and show you, my screen, so that you see this opportunity yourself and you are able to explore it from the website of the institutions that are offering them. So basically, I'm just going to summarize and then I'm going to take you through the website. So basically, Sweden Institute Scholarship for Global Professionals, SSGP or SISGP. Eligibility is for students from specific countries. They have specified the countries, and one of those countries is Nigeria, who has leadership and professional work experience. So the benefit is a fully funded tuition, living expense of up to 10,000 Swedish currency per month, which is an equivalent of about $1,000 every month. You also get a travel grant, and you qualify to be an alumni of that scholarship grant, so which will expose you to other kind of trainings to enable you move forward in your professional growth. Requirement is a strong academic background, not excellent, not being one of the brightest, but you have a good background academically. Leadership qualities, you have good work experience, and you have worked in the last you've accumulated up to 3,000 hours, 3,000 hours of work. We'll show you how to calculate that again. And then you have experience in civil society or working on any of the sustainable development goals. If you've had experience doing this, these are the things that can help you make it. The application date is starting in February. The application is starting in February for the scholarship. But one of the criteria for you to get this scholarship is that you have to have an admission, and the admission into Swedish universities are open. So there are specified courses in specified universities, and you must get admission for this from one of these courses to be able to be eligible for this scholarship. And that application is open now and it's going to close on the 15th of January. So if depending on when you're seeing this, by 15th of January, all Swedish universities will close their application for admission into their universities for the autumn of 2025. So if you're seeing this for a good time, if you're seeing this in December of 2024, you still have an opportunity to make that application. Okay, so like I said before, that is it about. How do you apply? So the first step to apply is to go and create an account at the universityadmissions.se. It is a general website. It's a unified website for making applications for universities in Sweden. So they have one website where you make applications for admissions to all the universities. The good thing is that you can apply to 4 different master's programs at the same time using the same application fee. Okay, so you will need you can select up to 4 master's programs, like I said, and rank them in the order of your preference. So what happens is that just like if you are in Nigeria, we do what we call JAM, and you have first choice, second choice, first choice. That's exactly what they've done. So you can choose your first choice of master's program, up to 4 options that you want to do. And when that is done, you will need to submit documents. So document they require is your academic transcript, and this is very important, and I explain the whole thing and when we go to the screen. And then you need a proof of English proficiency. Now for Canada, UK, and this thing, they require us to provide IELTS, but this one does not require you to provide IELTS. Is okay if you have it. If you have IELTS, that's fine. But if you have proved that you have studied a full you have done a full-time bachelor's in a Nigerian universities for a minimum of 4 years, they take it that you are qualified, you are proficient in English. So what they need for you to provide is a proof that you have studied for 4 years bachelor's program in Nigeria. And if you're watching me and you have a degree, you do not have a problem. If you have a degree from Nigeria, you do not have a problem meeting this requirement. So you don't need to go and write IELTS, okay, or any other English proficiency test. That should be enough for you. As a matter of fact, your WAEC is also acceptable if as a proof of English. If your WAEC, NECO, NAPTIB, and all those things will write, qualifies you to be eligible for English proficiency if you want to do a bachelor's degree. So that is to show you how simple it is for them. Then you will need a motivational letter, what we call a letter of purpose, or and a CV. So you have to prepare your CV because work experience is required, and the CV, you need to detail your work experience as well as your contributions through civil society or volunteer activities that you have undertaken in the last few years. So the application fee is 900 Swedish coin. So, and that is equivalent to about 130,000 naira, 82 or $87 US dollars. So that's equivalent. So it's not much, and that is for all 4 master's programs. So you're not paying each for one. So I remember when I was trying to relocate to Canada and we were applying to several master's programs, even within the same university, we apply for different master's programs. You have to pay application fee for each of the master's program you apply. So, but this is very simple. You are applying to 4. You are required to pick up to 4 master's program, and you are paying just 1 application fee for that, and that's really awesome. Now, The key deadlines is that between October and January, the applications for admission is open, and in mid-January, the document submission for those applications you made will be due. So you need to have submitted your application before the end of before the end of February. So then you will need to prepare for winning the scholarship. That is the next step. So if you have gotten admission, the next step is to apply for the scholarship, which is the main thing that will give you the funding. The universities require you to make a fee. So if you have made the application to the university, you will then be required to pay a fee for the school fees, and that school fees is now being covered by this scholarship. But then you need to apply for this scholarship. So you need a proof that you have applied for a university to do a master's in eligible program, and there are up to 700 eligible programs to be able to apply for this scholarship. So when you then apply for this scholarship, you will need to address why you chose Sweden, for your motivational letter for the scholarship. You need to address why did you choose Sweden for the program, and why did you choose the program you choose, and how this aligns with your goals. So why Sweden? Why the program you choose, and how does this align with your life goals, your professional goals in life? Again, you will also need to highlight your achievement, your leadership experience, and how much you have impacted the society. So these are the things that you need to do in your motivational letter or statement of purpose or letter of purpose. Okay, so then you will need a recommendation letter. A recommendation letter can come from a university staff, one of the teachers who taught you in the university. One or two of them should be able to give you a letter of recommendation, and that is that. Then you need to demonstrate impact. You need to show that's how you have contributed to your workplace, community, or industry, and explain how studying in Sweden will enable you to give back to your society. So these are the things that they need you to, demonstrate. This one will be demonstrated with your CV. So you need to make a very strong CV. So it is important that now that you have gotten this information, that you need to act, all right, quickly to make your application to the university. And I'm going to show you exactly, run you through the screen so that you will see exactly what you will need to make this up, how you make this application, the information you need. And I've listed for you all the documents that you need, and I'll try to put them also in the comment section, in the description of this video, the documents you will need. And if I go over it again, of course, you will need your international passport. You will need your curriculum vitae, that's your CV. You will need a statement of purpose. You will need your transcript, and you will also need a proof of English proficiency. And in this case, your degree certificate, if you have got a degree in Nigeria, or if you have IELTS. Maybe some people already wrote IELTS and preparation. So if you have it, that's still fine. They will accept it from you. So basically, you need two websites: the website of the Swedish Institute, which is si.se, university admission portal, the university's admissions.se, and that's all you need for this application. And that is it. And I'm going to share my screen now so that you will see exactly where the website and everything that you will need to every detail that you need for this scholarship. Now, this is your time. In the next videos, I'm going to be making a series of more videos just to provide a bit of more support for you. And I'm going to show you how to write a good CV, how to write a statement of purpose, how to basically information on how to get your transcript. Okay, so I've also done some detail. I'll probably do some details. But most importantly, I'm also going to make another video on how to choose the right course, because to be able to qualify, to be able to be chosen, you may be eligible for these scholarships, but you need to convince them that you are the right person for this. So you need to choose a course that aligns with you, because they are not just looking at what you've written, they're also looking at your work history, they're also looking at your skills, what you have studied in the past, the courses you studied, and how these things align with as well as your interest, which is about what you've done in the society. So your community contribution tells us about your interest, so what you've done in the society. So you need to highlight some of those things, that different ways you've contributed to society. And I'm also going to be probably making another video to explain to you, really, because sometimes when you meet people, they'll tell you that but I haven't done anything, I really haven't done much. But when I discuss with you, when I create a video, I'm going to explore for you how you can actually put together, and you will see that you will have actually done enough, or you had enough evidence to show that you've contributed enough. Because I believe that at least if you've worked for 3-4 years in Nigeria, you will have contributed in some way or the other. If you did NYSC, you contributed somehow. So you don't even need to go beyond what you've done in NYSC and all that. So all you need to do, put those together, and you'll be able to make a good and convincing application. So I'm going to share my screen, or put a video where I have shared my screen, attach it here. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and let me see you on the other side. All right, so this is the website of the Swedish Institute And this is a scholarship for global professionals. Scholarship for global professionals. And this website I'm going to put in the description of this video, so you'll be able to have access to it and go and check it out yourself. So it just requesting if you want to contribute to sustainable development of your home country and region. Are you looking for international experience? The Swedish Institute awards academic scholarship for master studies in Sweden to global professionals from select countries. Read through to call to application. Now, this is all you need to know about this application. It opens in February, like I stated earlier. And if you want to have an overview, basically they are selecting from, there are over 700 courses that are taught in English that are eligible for this program. And then through the scholarship, the Swedish teaching, the aim is to develop a network of global leaders committed to advancing sustainable development goals and drive the development of their home country forward. So you need to really have this at the back of your mind while you are applying for this, because if your application doesn't serve this aim, they're probably not going to take you. So you need to have this in mind. So you have to be a citizen of one of these countries, one of these 33 countries. Nigeria is one of them. And you have to apply for a master's program in eligible program. That is one of the 700 they've listed. You have to apply for a master's program that is eligible. And I'm going to show you the list for this scholarship. And then you have to be liable to pay tuition fees. That means the university will require you, the application, the admission you are requesting for is not funded by the university or another person. That means you will be required to pay school fees for that university or that admission you have gotten or you are going to be getting. And then you have demonstrated work experience and you have demonstrated leadership experience from current or previous employer for civil or from civil society engagement. So they need you to have work experience and to also have leadership experience. So leadership is what you do, to contribute to the growth of your community, to contribute to the growth of a cause in your country or where you will reside in. So for that is called leadership. So if you have experience in volunteering, in supporting what you do in your NYC, supporting communities, anything you've done, provide leadership that helps a community or a group of people or a cause to move forward. That is leadership. So if you have that, so the key date is that currently applications are open and they will close on the 15th of January for Swedish master's programs. So all applications that are for Swedish master's program, that is for autumn of 2025, the applications are currently open. So you can apply to any of these universities until 15th of January. Of course, if your intention is to apply for this scholarship, you want to make sure that you are applying to one of the programs that they've listed, and I'm going to show you those programs in a few while. So, and then by November, the SI scholarship application document and eligible master programs are published. We're going to look at that. And then this is what they have published now. These details of how the scholarship goes is also part of what has been published. So it was published on November 1. And then from February 10 to 26th, this is important, just a 16 days window, you have to apply for the SI scholarship program, because that is when the application portal will be open. So it will be open between 10 and 26th of February 2025. And then 27th of March, universities in Sweden will announce their admissions. They will announce if you have been given admission or not. And by 24th of April, you will know whether you have gotten the scholarship or not. So this is basically about the important dates that you need to take into consideration if you're interested in making these applications. So what is included in this scholarship? You have a full funded tuition. So all your tuition fees will be covered for this program for each semester that you study. So if you're having 2 semesters, that is probably 1-year program, all fees will be covered. If you're having what do you call it now? If you're having 4 semesters, that is 2 years, all fees will be covered. In addition to that, you will get a monthly allowance of 12,000 SEK to cover your living expenses throughout your study period. So we did a little mathematics to check how much this is worth in Naira. So we said 12,000 SEK, 12,000. So 12,000 SEK is worth about 1.7 million in Naira, and that is about $1,000. About $1,000 now. So that is a lot of money. So that's how much they're going to pay you monthly, and also a travel grant. So if you have gone there, you will receive a travel grant of 15,000. 15,000. That's also another significant inflow, which is kind of a reimbursement for you. So about 2.13 million in Naira value, and if it is in dollars, let's check how much it comes to in dollars. So in case you're not in Nigeria, you can also have an idea of how much. In US dollars, it's about $1,369. And let's do for 12, for the monthly payment you will receive is, like I said before, is around $1,000 every month. So, and this is a one-time payment, so they only pay it once, and it does not apply to you if you're already living in Sweden. So you don't need to transport. If you're already in Sweden, this fee does not apply to you. It's only for those who have to come from their country to Sweden, they receive this money. So you will also become a member of SI Network for Future Global Professional, NFGP, a platform that helps you grow professionally and build a network while in Sweden. I mentioned that earlier. And after your scholarship period has ended, you also become an SI alumni network. So you join this network. You can follow this link and find out details if you're interested in those. So they said this scholarship doesn't cover insurance, so you have to pay for your insurance if you need health insurance. So there's no health insurance covered by this scholarship. It doesn't provide for additional grant for your family members. So if you're intending to travel with family members, this fund does not cover for your family members. So you have to take care of your wife or children or your spouse, your husband or your children if you're coming with them. So you have to make arrangements for how to do that. It also does not cover application fee to the university. So you have to pay that from your pocket. You have to make the application fee for yourself. So so if you make any changes after you have been selected, if you change your course with the university, probably you went to the university and do a change of program after you have been awarded the scholarship, you will probably lose that scholarship because it does not allow changes of study program. So it does not allow it. It also not allows extension or changes to the awarded scholarship period. So you have to finish within 1 year if you have been given the scholarship. If anything happens and you will have to extend your period of study, it's all on you. Yeah. So country citizenship. Let's look at the countries that are available. So criteria is that you have to be from an eligible country. You have to choose an eligible master's program, and there are over 750 that are eligible. And then you have to have applied for a university admission where you are liable to pay school fees. So you have been asked to pay school fees, or you are required to pay school fees in the university. And then previous experience, you have demonstrated previous experience in leadership. So these are the 3 key criteria for you. The countries are listed here, and you can see here, Nigeria is here if you're from Nigeria. If you're from Rwanda, Rwanda is here. Senegal, South Africa, Uganda, if you're from Uganda, Tanzania. So this is Uganda, this is Tanzania. And which other African country? Egypt, Ethiopia, are all in this. So aside these other countries, these other African countries, there is also, Liberia and Kenya as well. There's also Armenia, Azerbaijan, Bangladesh, Belarus, Bolivia, Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, Egypt, Georgia, Guatemala, Indonesia, Iraq, Jordan, Malaysia, Mexico, Moldova, Morocco. Yeah, Morocco is Africa. Peru, Philippines, and Thailand, Ukraine, Vietnam, and of course Zambia is Africa as well. So these are the countries. There are 33 of them. So this is it. So if you want to look at it, so let's look at the list of academic programs that are being shortlisted or are eligible or that will make you eligible for this. Okay, so these are the programs. So you can go through the list. It's really long, 55 pages, and each page has over 10 or so courses by university. So you have Beijing Institute of Technology, Bleking Institute of Technology. So you have AI and machine learning, computer science, machine learning, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go through all of it. So you have also Chairman's University. All these courses are all eligible. And you have to check this one. Anyone you see 120 is 2 years program. The ones you see 60 are 1 year program. So most of the courses are for 2 years, which is really interesting. We have data science, economics, energy efficient built environment, global sexual and reproductive health, solar energy engineering, tourism, destination development, all of that. From University of Hampstead, you have applied environmental science, ecosystem services and natural resource management, digital learning, blah, 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 a lot of them. So I will also provide a link to this. Okay, so you are able to access it from the description of this video. So let's go back, and assuming that you have seen this now. So you now need to make university admissions. Like I explained earlier, applications for universities in Sweden are all unified in one website. So you can apply from just one website. Even though you may be taken away, if you have to get details of the course you want to study, you can be taken away to another website, which is the university's website. But then you need to still come back when you need to apply, because they will redirect you to that website. So let's say we are taking this AI learning engineering. Let's do a little search from the university admissions website. All right. So let's search the website now. Okay, there's an important note here for work experience requirement. These are the little silent things you need to note, because that's what they're looking for. And then you will try your best and prove those things while you're making your application. They said this one is for Armenia, Azerbaijan, Belarus, Georgia, Moldova, and Ukraine. So for these people, you must be able to provide proof of work experience. There is no requirement of number of hours. However, applicants with more experience will be prioritized. So that's it. The more experience you have, the more priority they will give you. For applicants from these countries, so including Nigeria and most of African countries, they said they need you to have at least 30,000 hours of work experience prior to February 2025. So before February 2025, they're looking at all the experience you have gathered, and it needs to be up to what do you call it now? 3,000 hours. So if you work 9 to 5 every day, every day for 5 days in a week, so that's 8 hours. So you have 8 hours multiplied by 5, 40 hours in a week, multiplied by 4, 160 in a month, multiplied by 12, that's 1,920. So what this means is that if you have worked for at least 2 years, because 1,920 times 2 will give you 3,840. So if you have worked for at least a year and a half or 2 years, you should be eligible for this. You should be eligible for this scholarship. So because they need up to 3,000 hours of work that you have accumulated for a maximum of 3 years. So if you have done that for 3 years with one employer, that's different employers. You can't take more than 3 employers from what they are saying. So we're going to look at the website, and then we'll check on this again. All right, so with the work experience requirement out of the way, let's see if you can go and check how to make the applications. So it says how to apply. So you will first make the application to the university, which I already stated, and get all the documents they need submitted to them. Then from 10th of February, you can apply for this scholarship. This is their date for screening, and this is when you get notified, 27th of March. And this is final evaluation and announcement between 27th and, of course, you get admission here. Then they will now take the admission list and then do their final shortlist for those who qualify for that scholarship. So you have to apply for a master's program. That is the first step. And then we're going to go to universityadmissions.se, which is where you need to make application. Remember, you need to make application by January 15th. If you haven't submitted application by this date, you probably will have lost out on this. So let's go to that website. And I'm also going to keep this link on the admission, on the description of the video, so that you are able to access it. So first of all, you need to log in. So create your own account. Let's go down and see the instructions. So you need to log in. You need to create an account as a user for this website, and then you will create your account at this page. So you then log in when you have created your account using an email address. So you search for courses and programs that match what you want, and then you rank. When you have selected the courses you want, you rank them based on your choice. Like I earlier mentioned, that you can choose up to 4 programs for this, and then you can rank them based on first choice, second choice, third choice, and fourth choice. So remember, you don't have to choose up to 4. If you're okay with 2, 3, 4, 2, 3 choices, that's fine. But it is always good that since you have the option of making it up to 4, that you choose 4, so that you foreclose any chances of you get closer to getting that admission. Because if you don't get this one, at least you get that one. Yeah, just make sure that for all 4 courses you're choosing are all in the list that are eligible for this of courses that have been shortlisted or categorized as eligible for this scholarship, so that whichever admission you're giving, you'll still be able to get scholarship. So when you have done that, you provide documents that you require, and then you pay the fee, and you document your citizenship EU. So so this is for people who are EU and Swiss citizens. They are not going to pay, but they will do another thing. But those who are applying from outside will be required to pay. So say you pick AI and machine learning, you come to this place, and you click, you post it there. You are taking a course that is eligible. You've taken a course that is eligible for these funds, and then you click on find course, and you will see a list of it. Now, you need to make sure that the university that's offering this course is also the same as the one on the list. So let's go to the list, and we'll see that this is from Blaking Institute of Technology. So we want to make sure that we're taking from Institute of Technology. So you look down, and then master's program in AI and machine learning, 120 credit, Blaking Institute of Technology. All right. So this is this is the course we're talking about. If you click down, you will see more on this. So you will see the tuition fee, 70,000. The first installment you need to make is 70,000, and then total fee you need to pay is 280,000. But of course, you don't need to bother about this, do you? Now, it is for autumn of 2025. So from September 1, course start date is September 1. And in the master's, it is taught in English. This is the course code or application code. And this is the subject area is computer science. So they expect you to know computer science. So let's look deep into this course, because this is what you need to know so that you know the eligibility criteria for this particular course. All right. Okay, so I wanted to open it in another page, but it's opening here already. So now this is the website of the university. So here you will find every detail about the course. Now this is entry requirement. So for entry requirement for Bachelor of Science in Engineering, they need a Bachelor of Science in Engineering, Bachelor of Science in technical area. Okay, at least 20 credits should consist of courses in computer science, software engineering, or equivalent, and include courses in subject-oriented programs. So, or subject-oriented, object-oriented programming. So you need a little bit of programming here because we're talking about machine learning. So 5 credits, algorithms and data structure, 5 credits, database technique, 5 credits, and project course, 5 credits. So the at least 24 credits should consist of courses in mathematics, include courses in univariate analysis. So for you, those of you who did computer science, we are more likely to, qualify for this. So this is more detail about the course, and I'm not going to go into that. I'm trying to look at the criteria. So course program, this is more of everything you will be taught in the course. This is it. And you will finish in the spring of 2027. This is how they will select you. So students who apply for a course or program and meet the general and specific entry requirement compete with one another for available spaces. So it depends on how much spaces that are available, which is why it is good that you apply for multiple courses, because you might be qualified, but there are no spaces available for you. Yeah. Now, evaluation and advisory board, you read more about this to find out how the board makes their decision. More about the program, you read more about the program. I'm trying to look for if there are qualifications. I think there is no more. So now questions. If you have questions, these two people will answer you, and you can see they are very open. This is a person, study counseling. You email study counseling. These are the two people that will respond to you. Study Evangel Dining, blah 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 blah. That's their email. The program manager is Hussein. I can't pronounce the name, I'm sorry. So this is his email. So, and this is his picture. This is the person you'll be speaking with. So you can email them if you have any detail you want to, for instance, if you want to get detailed information as per how you can really make it in this course or be qualified so they can offer you. If you are also smart, you will find that even within here, there are scholarships. So there are scholarships and that you can actually get in addition to that one, or even if you don't get that one, you might be able to get some other scholarship, which is also something you want to explore. All right. Okay, so that is it about this. Everything about you need to know about this course. This is all you need to know about it. And then if this is suit you and everything, you have made your choice. If you click on apply, it's going to take you back to university admission, the same place we were coming from. And it has now put the code here for you to find the course. Is already here. You click on select. So when you select this, it is going to enter this place called my selection. Of course, this is going to be removed because I'm not logged in. As soon as I leave this page, it's going to be removed. But if you're logged in, it will be stored. It will be saved here, so that when you now want to apply, all the courses you've selected, you can then apply for them. Yeah, just one application you're going to make. You don't need to make to each of them, but all you need to do is select the programs you want. You make one application, and very nice, very awesome what they've done with this their university admissions portal. Yeah, this is really interesting. So guys, that is it. What else should I talk about now? I've explained everything here. This is how you go about it. Make a choice for your course. Okay, I did explain that. I'm just going to make a quick explanation, but I'm then going to also make an additional video to explain how you can help yourself. It's a process. I call it a scientific process because it is proven to work. So basically, if you have followed me through this journey, what they are requesting from you is that they want an interaction. Interaction is that there is a relationship between your interest, your course of study, the course you already studied in bachelor, which is why they're emphasizing that you have a bachelor's degree. So there must be something you have studied, and your work experience. So interest is they are establishing your interest based on the work you are doing, the leadership role you have been playing in society, what you have been doing to impact life, to impact causes in society. That is how they evaluate your interest. So these three things: your interest, your work experience, and your course of study. These three things will need to match together to give you the best course to take. So when they evaluate the course you and the course you've taken, they want to relate it to your experience, they want to relate it to the course you've studied, and they want to relate it to your interest, that is things you've done. And because eventually you need to tell them that when you have finished this course, you want to use it to impact a certain area. And that area should not be far from what you're already doing. So you're not going to tell them that you're going to start a new thing because it's not believable. It's easier for anybody to do what they've done before. So that is why it's important that you make this match. And that's why I'm going to just explain to you that if you come to this list, you go through it painstakingly. If you take a day to just do what I'm explaining to you now, you're not going to regret it. So if you take a column of paper, a sheet of paper, divide it into 3 columns, and one column you mark it interest, the second column you mark it experience, and the third column you mark it talent, as in what you've studied, your skill, what you studied in school. That is study, or just call it skill, because that's what you have learned in school, okay? Or any course you've studied, just put it there, all right? Now, go through this list, and any course from any university that interests you, put the course name and put the course code. Yeah, pick the course name. So if you go through this list and you're so enthusiastic about strategic leadership towards sustainability, oh, this piqued your fancy, pick this course, sustainable leadership towards sustainability, pick the course code and put it on that list on interest. You go ahead and make a list of all the courses that interest you, that are of interest to you, you are interested in, okay? So you make a list of them. If there are 20, I would suggest that you don't make more than 20, but between 10 and 20, don't make anything less than 10 courses list of 10 courses. Make up to 20 if you can. So however it is, you do it for 20. Let's say you do it, you make out 20 courses that are related to, that are of interest, that piqued your interest, that you liked. As you're looking at them, well, I like this course, I would like to study this course. You're going to have several of them. So pick up to 20, between 10 and 20 within this list. There are 55 pages, and each one is about at least 10 courses per page. So you should be able to find a course that is interesting to you. When you have done that, go to the second column. Okay, irrespective of whether you picked this course before during interest or not, go again and pick all the courses that are related to your work experience now, what you're doing now, what you're working in a bank, all the courses that are related to what you're doing for your bank now. I don't know what you do, whether you're doing work as a cashier, as customer service agent, as relationship manager, as what do you people call it? Procurement, what you do for your bank, or where you're working, the department you're working, and the expertise you are garnered there. What is any course that is related to it? So go ahead and make another list of these ones. Make sure it doesn't exceed 20 as well. And then when you have finished this list, you go back again and make another list of courses that are related to the course you studied. So, or any training you have done in the past, any training that you've done in the past that you can prove. That means you have certificates, or you have whatever it is that you can use to prove that you have done these courses in the past. So I'll suggest you look at what you did in your first degree. So every course that is related to what you studied in your first degree, go through and make a list of all of them. So if there are 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 or 20, put all of them and their course codes in that list. So when you have done this, a simple way for you to then choose what course is best suited for you is to then check in that list any course that occurred on each of those columns that appear on each of those columns is probably a course you should be going for. It should be your number 1. Then if you go again, if you eliminate all the ones that are occurred 3 times, you look for the ones that are occurred 2 times. So all those ones should be in your list of courses to do. So if you make that list, if there are more than 4, you will then have to sit down yourself and tell yourself, which one of these 4 am I going to go for? So this is a simple strategy that you can use to decide what course you're going to go for. And when you have made that choice, that is the first step to making this application. And definitely I'm going to make another video to explain all of this in detail. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I want you to go ahead and begin your steps towards making this application. Depending on when you're seeing this, if you're seeing this after the deadline has passed, you can still do this because this is a yearly thing. So by this time next year, by the time of by November or so next year, these opportunities will open again and you want to explore it in case you are still haven't gotten anything by then. So, and of course, you can also use this strategy, what I've shown you now, what I'm going to be sharing with you in this channel, to apply for any funds or any scholarship that you're interested in aside of this one. Yeah. Okay. So thank you guys for your time. If you like what I'm sharing in this channel, please subscribe to this channel. I'm going to be doing more. I will make time when I get encouragement from your shares and likes and subscription to this channel. It will encourage me to know whether this is really good for, is it really impacting people? Are people really interested in it? That's going to motivate me to even start research and get more content for you in this field of studying abroad, relocating abroad, working abroad, whatever it is. So guys, thank you. Please hit the subscribe button, like, and share. The like is important because it helps the algorithm, YouTube algorithm, spread this video to people who are also interested in it, so that the way I'm not holding this information, like some people told me yesterday that, or during the meeting yesterday, that look, a lot of people would have charged for this, but you're making it free for us. Thank you very much. So if you feel this is a good thing that I'm doing, so just like this video and share it with others. By liking, even if you don't share, by liking it, Facebook, YouTube is going to share it, and Facebook and whoever you're watching it from is going to share it to other people who are interested in this. You will also be contributing to, making this information available, readily available to people who need them. A lot of us need to, JAPA, and it's important that we find information, reliable ones, like this one, to help us, achieve our dreams of relocating and making our lives and the lives of our family better. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. I promise the next video is you're going to watch. Look up there, you're going to find it to the top of this, to the top left or right, you're going to find where I'm going to link it to for you, right?